The first time we met.
Yeah, the first time that Kasie and I met was actually at the ballroom studio that the two of us go to, Avondale Dance.
And we probably saw each other, we were aware of each other, and I was friends with someone at the studio about the same age as Chris, looks very similar, and I walked up to say hi to my friend Travis, and it wasn't Travis, it was Chris. And he turned around and looked so confused, and I was panicked, and I said, "Oh, nice Claudia," pointing to his ring, and then I shuffled away very, very awkwardly. And after that, we didn't meet again until the Valentine's Day party a couple weeks later.
And the owner, John, actually, who's a really good mutual friend between Kasie and I, had suggested to me prior to introduce myself to Kasie. So the funny thing about it, too, is that John was literally in the middle of a private lesson on the other side of the studio, clear across the dance floor. He stopped his lesson, called out to me in front of the whole studio, and at the top of his lungs, and just kind of gave me the nod to pretty much get off my butt and go introduce myself. So
throughout the night, me and Chris ended up talking by ourselves for a little while, until later on that evening we were standing by the tables when a rumba came on, and the owner of the studio, John, looked at him and said, "Are you just going to stand there and talk to her, or what?" So then John basically prompted Chris, and Chris asked me to do a rumba with him, or we kept our conversation going.
It just kind of took off fairly quickly. We developed a really good chemistry fairly quickly. Just all the different things that we have interests in, and the conversation just kind of flowed very naturally between the two of us. That was probably one of the first things that kind of caught my attention.
By the end of the evening, Chris and I switched contact information to maybe do some online gaming or go to a coffee house for some tea. So
for the proposal,
I obviously had no idea it was going to happen.
I had all sorts of different ideas that I wanted to go through, because there's so many different dynamics to Kasie's personality. We share so many interests. And so once I got the ring, I talked to my instructor, Amber, and I said, "Listen, here's the song I'm thinking, that I'd like to use. Can you help me choreograph a Viennese waltz?"
I was very excited, and we were supposed to be doing it just after our 1-year anniversary to one of our songs. But we went to go do the dance. We did well, and it was probably the best we did it. As he spun me away and I'm sitting there waiting for him to turn me back around, it kind of took longer than normal.
She was literally expecting me to lead her into a dip, and there all of a sudden, there I am getting down on my knee with the ring, and it's kind of this look of, "What are you doing? Why are you down on your knee? Oh my God, you're really doing what I think you're doing."
And when I realized what was happening, it was kind of just slow motion, and I was just overwhelmed. I can't even describe what was going through my head, because it was literally nothing.
I couldn't have asked for a better way to ask Kasie to spend the rest of her life with me.
When I look at Chris, I feel happy and myself, and like I'm just with my best friend, and I'm just excited to do everything with him, and he just makes me want to do everything I can to make him happy.
When I look at Kasie, I see a purpose to my life. I see a happiness that was missing for the longest time, and somebody that I can really, really be proud of, to be standing next to me and walking next to me, to be able to call and be my wife and my partner in life means the world to me.
Chris, ever since I met you, my life hasn't ever been the same.
Kasie, you are the love of my life, and probably one of the best things I ever did was asking you out to have that drink with me that day.
You know more than anyone how much better you make my life, because you've lifted me and made me that strong.
I love you, and I'm beyond proud to have you as my wife.